Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reached Geneva in the third leg of his five-nation tour. Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets Swiss President today. The Prime Minister has wrapped up his Qatar visit, with India and Qatar signing 7 key agreements. While addressing Indian community in Doha, Prime Minister has exhorted them to invest in India and assuring a conducive environment free of graft. A delegation-level talks between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Qatar's Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani at Doha took place. Issues related to security, terrorism and trade were discussed. Qatar evinced interest in opportunities offered under Make in India for joint production of defence equipment in India. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley reviews the performance of public sector banks at a meeting with the heads of these institutions today. State of bad loans and the progress of Mudra scheme is the focus of the review. In the gang rape of Danish women in 2014, the 30 Hazari court today held 5 accused guilty for the gang rape and robbing. 9 men, including 3 juveniles, are accused of raping the 52-year-old Danish women in central Delhi. The Ahmedabad court is scheduled to pronounce quantum of punishment in the Gulbarga Housing Society massacre case today. The court had convicted 24 people on the charges of murder last Thursday. 69 residents were murdered by a rampaging mob in 2002. The Delhi High Court is likely to pronounce its judgment in the petition of Sushil Kumar challenging selection of Narsingh Yadav for the 74kg category in wrestling. Who will represent India at Rio Olympics, Sushil Kumar or Narsingh Yadav, will be decided in the judgment. The BJP on Sunday continued to take the battle to the Samajwadi Party government of Uttar Pradesh over the violence that hit Mathura. Speaking at a rally in Amroha, Uttar Pradesh, Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh dared the UP government to call for a CBI investigation into the incident. Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar yesterday held bilateral talks with his Vietnamese counterpart General Chuang Lich, where the two discussed key military issues including possible sale of supersonic missile BrahMos to the Southeast Asian country. In Puducherry, V. Narayansamy takes oath as Chief Minister. Lieutenant Governor Kiran Bedi administers the oath of office in secrecy. In Kerala, the CPIM-led LDF government is prepared to conduct an opinion poll on whether to allow entry of women of all age groups inside the famous Lord Ayyappa temple at Sabrimala. Women in the age group of 10 to 50 are banned entry in the temple. In the wake of Jat leaders in Haryana launching fresh stir over quota, prohibitory orders were yesterday imposed in several parts of the national capital, covering over 1/4 of the city. Most of those areas are either located near Haryana border or inhabited by large number of people belonging to the Jat community. Swiss voters have overwhelmingly rejected a proposal to introduce a guaranteed basic income for all. Final results from Sunday's referendum showed that nearly 77% opposed the plan, with only 23% backing it. The proposal had called for adults to be paid an unconditional monthly income whether they worked or not. Novak Djokovic captured a first French Open title by beating Andy Murray in the thrilling final at Roland Garros on Sunday. With this win, Djokovic has become the third man in history to hold all 4 Grand Slam titles at the same time. 104-year-old former Mr. Universe and celebrated bodybuilder Manohar Aich has died at his home in Kolkata. He was given the name Pocket Hercules due to his 4 feet 11-inch frame. In 1951, he had finished second in the Mr. Universe contest and he stayed back in London to have another go in the pro short division of the contest, eventually winning it a year later.